Good to have you here.
It's lovely to be here.
You're such a dramatic-looking man. I always forget. You just this beard and the it's terrific. It's a compliment.
I've always had weird eyes, you know, and people find me kind of strange sometimes.
Right.
But I do film sometimes, and then I work live. So between the film things, which are usually about 6 months or a year or something, I just let everything go.
Right.
And then when I get to do a movie, they shape it the way they want to. Right. But I like this the best. I'm an old hippie, you know.
Yeah, sort of old hippie Colonel Sanders a little bit happening. Now, we have... I didn't realize this. You started a huge controversy. A British Nobel Prize winner, listen to this, is very upset at you because you, in your comedy, make a lot of derogatory comments about learning math and science, and he thinks that you're actually destroying the youth of the world with these comments.
He's absolutely right.
Yeah, you are.
Yes,
what's happening?
That was my intention. I hated math. As a matter of fact, I hated everything at school.
Right.
I don't care what an adverb is or a pronoun. I couldn't give a to be quite honest. Well, I couldn't give
Let's explain. There are also things called synonyms, which are words that you say when you're on television instead of a word, say, you can't use.
Like, for instance, when were you ever at dinner and the word hypotenuse popped up in the conversation?
Not a lot.
It's useless, and I used to say that, why should I learn algebra? I'm never likely to go there.
Right. You know, it's not going to happen.
I could never understand the letters alongside the numbers, and A plus B and all. It was a complete mystery to me. I always worked on the principle that people who are good at math and all that make good employees. And people with a bit of an imagination make good employers. You can always employ somebody to work out the hypotenuse, the Pythagoras theorem.
So if you're not learning science and math in school, what do you think people should be learning? What classes should they be teaching?
How to get laid and how to make money.
Totally with you on this.
Yeah.
This is terrific.
Because if you meet any Nobel Prize winners, they're usually broke and looking to get laid.
Right.
Yeah. And something happens to people at university, they can't dance anymore. You know?
They can't dance?
When they should have been learning to dance, they were doing their homework or something.
Right.
You know, have you ever seen medical students trying to dance? It's embarrassing and horrible.
Because their minds are filled with these abstract numbers.
Hypotenuses.
Right.
What's the plural of hypotenuse?
Hypotenuse.
Hypotenuse. Isn't that an Italian dish?
That's a sauce, that you put on things. I don't know. What are you asking me for? I'm clearly in. What? You saw a thing?
You're talking about a sauce.
What's that?
No, what's the marinara? I saw on Lexington there was an Italian restaurant, and the advertised on the window. It must have been a dish. It said, what was it? Beef. Meatball marinara. Right. And I think that sounds like a boxer, don't you?
And in this corner, weighing 220 pounds, meatball marinara. Yeah.
He's an Italian boxer. What do you think?
These things just come to you, don't they? You walk
around. I just saw
around.
it in a window.
I love that.
Meatball.
I saw it in the window. It's very good. Now, we had a bungee jumping baby Jesus on the show tonight. I'm told that you bungee jumped recently naked.
Yes.
Why?
Because.
Yeah. Well, this interview's over.
That's why.
No,
I was in New Zealand and I make travel films. They're very big in Britain. They don't like them here much because I swear or curse.
Yes, we experienced that earlier.
But you know, but I'll get into that some other time. But I always dance naked in my films. You know.
What kind of films are these?
I first did it in Scotland. We call them the world tours. And we do the world tour of Scotland, the world tour of Ireland. And I go out during the day and look at stuff, and then I go on stage and be funny about the stuff at night and cut between the two. And in Scotland, they have a thing like Stonehenge. It's on the Isle of Orkney. It's just stones, you know. And I was looking at it, and I didn't know what to say, you know. It's a big stone. You know, and there's other ones. And we were trying to work out what it was for. And the notice on it said, it was thought that perhaps they were used for worship, or perhaps it was something else. But they don't know, and they should just say, we've no idea what this is.
Right, right. We have no clue.
Try and leave it like you found it.
Right, right.
Yeah.
Good.
And so
These are good ideas.
Yeah. So I thought I would, being a hippie, I thought I would give it all that mystic stuff. And so I danced round it.
You got completely naked and you danced.
Yeah, around it. Doing a big sort of fairy dance. And so every programme I did after that, I did a wee naked dance. And when I did England, I did it at Piccadilly Circus.
That's kind of a crowded area.
Yeah, there's buses and all that.
So what are people doing? So there's you, Billy Connolly, naked, dancing like
and the only complaint was from a drunk guy. And he said, "You're offending the children." He said, he's like puking all over the place. And then...
No, wait, you must be very secure with your body to want to...
Well, it's only if you're in bad shape is it funny. If you're in good shape, it's showing off.
Right, right.
And I have a physique. My physique is like an overripe banana. I'm all squidgy.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm always gonna send for those things to get abs.
Right,
and all that.
right.
And I never seem to get round to it. But I was touring New Zealand, and they invented the bungee. And they have the highest bungee jump in the world, and it's from a cable car into a gorge.
Oh my God, that's got to be hundreds
and if you do it naked, it's free. So
versus what, like $35 or something?
Yes, that's a lot of money.
Okay, all right.
And if you do it not naked, all the money can fly out your pockets.
Right,
anyway.
right.
So I was...
These are your reasons for bungee jumping naked.
Yeah.
Saving $35, don't lose loose change.
But you see, you have to be Scottish to understand that.
Right. You know? I'm imagining so. Yeah.
I remember I came to America and there was homeless guys saying, "Spare change." And I went, "Spare change?"
Yeah.
I don't get the concept.
Yeah. But so you bungee jump naked, isn't it? If you're completely naked and you're bungee jumping, forgive me for being crass, but when there's certain forces working on you, that's got to be uncomfortable when you hit the bottom part and everything's pulled down.
Yes, you get 2 lumps in the back of your neck, usually.
Well, I think we're out of time. We are out of time. I gotta mention this. Lemony Snicket's is the new film. This is the new film.
Lemony Snicket, I'm a huge star in it. We had a premiere last night, and one of the interviewers asked me if I was in the movie. That really shrunk the ego a little.
Well, this is a big film, though. This is you, Jim Carrey.
Huge. It's the most beautiful film you'll see this year, I tell you. It's fantastically good. Carrey's a genius.
Yes, he's a good man. He's a good man. Well, Lemony Snicket's A Series of Unfortunate Events opens on Friday, and always a pleasure having you on the show.
The pleasure's mine.
You make my job easy. Billy Connolly.